Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks, episode 90, I believe. I'm 99% sure it's 90. Pretty sure it's episode 90. Yes, episode 90, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Yeah.
Alright, roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First we have How Our Weeks Have Been, followed by the news, followed by your comment, followed by a random fourth topic. I have an idea for today's random fourth topic, but I keep forgetting it. I will remember it eventually. So before the podcast happened, the world fell out of the sky for me. Hello?
Yes.
So,
Continue.
alright. So, freaking annoying universe, alright? I'm watching a video, waiting for you to join. You join. I go to pause the video. The video stops, and like half transparent with the video was the blue screen of death. Windows just crashed. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just crashed. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. And in that process of crashing, it wiped all of my Streamlabs settings. I don't know why, because I'm logged in. Those should be saved. But nope, they were gone. Just gone. So I had to spend, I don't know, looks like 20 minutes, if maybe 30 minutes, playing with Streamlabs, trying to get to capture all of the audio that I had set up previously, which it had wiped all the inputs, and I forgot that it wiped my inputs, and I had to unplug and replug my webcam because Streamlabs didn't recognize it. Then I got it to recognize it after unplugging it and plugging it back in, and then this didn't recognize it, so I had to plug it and plug it back in. It was a hassle, and I don't know what happened. And I pisses me off because it's like any moment, just things could just fry, and I have no control over it. And there's also just motherboard lights that aren't on at the moment that kind of concern me that they're not on. But we're going to ignore that, and we're just going to continue on with this podcast. So there's more to tell about. That was just in the past 20 minutes. But as for, let's begin with, how was your week?
Well, we caught a parasite.
It's just not a parasite. You have a cold.
Well, there's something that's not meant to be a part of me. That's a part of me. A parasite.
A parasite. I don't think
Some parasitic organism is attacking me, and we're slowly either defeating or losing to it. Only time shall tell.
I mean, you're getting better, right?
Yeah, one could say.
One could say.
That's just what they want you to think. We may be winning this battle, but the war is far from over.
What drugs are you on?
Just Mucinex.
Oh, I'm telling you gotta get some Dayquil and NyQuil. That will solve your problems. Trust me. And you gotta be downing cough drops like they're candy. That's how I fix all of my medication. That's how I fix everything. Is Mucinex, Dayquil, and because like I had done Mucinex in the past and it just didn't work, and then I tried Dayquil, and oh my god, that stuff worked fantastically well. I think I might have been partially high off of it, but it worked fantastically. I got the pills too, which are kind of big, but it's whatever. Whatever floats the boat to get things fixed. And oh, Dayquil fixed things. Oh, Dayquil is a beautiful drug. You don't want to take NyQuil, before going to work because, well, it's NyQuil.
Right.
It's supposed to make you pass out, so you got to take the Dayquil.
Oh,
Fixes issues. And then you just got to take cough drops like they're candy. Like every 30 minutes, just pop a cough drop. That's what I do. And it works. Oh, and I also
we'll see.
down multivitamins.
That helps with the cold.
Yep. Anything your body is missing, I make sure it has it, and anything it might think it might need, I give it. So it needs extra sleep, I go to bed early. It needs extra water, oh, I'm drinking gallons of water. It needs extra
Gallons.
Food.
Like
Yeah.
2 or 3?
I wouldn't say that much, but yeah, I drink a lot of water when I'm sick. I drink water, I try and get sleep. I try not to do stupid things, but, it's whatever. Stupid things happen.
Yeah, that's kind of inevitable for me.
Yeah.
That's kind of just my life.
We'll talk about the stupid things in the third segment when it comes to the future of the channel, because I have stupid things planned.
My ideas, partially. I'm sure I had some input.
Actually, no.
Oh, no. That's a first.
Unfortunately, I forgot I had videos planned all the way to June, and so, these videos, which I'm really excited to do, I'm not going to do till July. And I'm like,
So this video's coming out in July?
no, it's going to get recorded in July. It won't go out till...
No, I'm talking about this one.
Oh, no, this one will go out literally Friday.
Priorities.
Well, the podcast, since we do the news, they have to be, And today we're doing a micro podcast since Phil is sick. So we're going to try and keep each segment under 10 minutes, or at least we'll try.
Yeah. We're going to wrap things up around 8.
Yeah. Well, okay. Anyways, so we'll get to that. That's the third segment. So the wrap up my week. So this guy, the part timer at work, he's quitting. He's moving to Kansas. In May after he graduates, he's gonna graduate and then he's shipping down to Kansas. God bless him. Our boss and she doesn't listen. Let's talk. Damn it. So last week, they decide, hey, you know what? Let's put the job application out to the public and just see what happens. It's like, what do you do when you get a candidate that you like? What are you going to do with them for the next month and a half while, next month, 2 months, while you still have now you're going to have an extra employee. Well, anyways, she gets somebody that she likes and she schedules an interview, doesn't tell anybody, except for the other full-timer. And, she shows up, they have the interview. I'm not there. If it wasn't for the fact that I overheard the phone call and that I've been asking people about it, I would be completely in the dark. Can you, have you ever had a manager just not tell you something? Hello? Phil?
Oh, sorry.
Have you ever just had a manager just not tell you something?
Yes.
Something important like, hey, we're hiring somebody new.
Not really. Well, usually it's just mainly because I just didn't ask or it didn't come up or when they wanted to tell me I wasn't working and then, when I went in, it just wasn't at the top of their mind to say and, then when I find out it's like, oh, by the way, there's this. Oh, gee, thanks for telling me.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to. I just never got around to it, Just one of those ordeals. But it was never intentional.
So, in this situation, it's really annoying because in this situation, it's really annoying because, sorry, she hasn't really told anybody. And I went up to the guy, to the closing crew today. I'm like, let's make a bet. How long is she gonna go without telling us about the new employee? Because she passed everything, so that I'm aware of. So it's only a matter of time before, hey, here's your first day. And I'm
wait, so like they were hired or they had an interview?
So she had the interview Thursday. She passed
Yeah.
the background check. She passed the credit check. And the manager wants to hire her.
And this is for that position that you want to get into.
No. This is for the other part-timer.
Oh, the person that's leaving.
The person's going to Kansas, but he hasn't left yet.
Oh, and so they hired someone for his position.
Right. But we're going to have her for 2 months. Like, what are we supposed to do with her for 2 months? We can't train her. Right.
Train?
But, like, she doesn't need 2 months of working side by side with somebody. You need, like,
Well, it depends
few
how many
days.
hours she's working. If she's working like 10 hours a week.
She's going to be working, like, 30, because that's, like, the minimum.
Oh, never mind.
So it's like, you don't need to work side by side somewhere. And it's like, what? Especially when you're just a teller. So I'm just like, what? And again, the manager hasn't told anybody. I've only known because I overheard and I asked questions. But all of us are too afraid to ask her. Because, like, if we ask her, she's going to be like, oh, why do you need to know? And
Really?
Oh, yes. It happened. The other full-timer had a meeting with her this morning because he was on vacation. He came back. And so they spent like an hour and a half in her office just getting caught up. And he asked her about the new hire, and she just stonewalled him. Didn't say a word. And just stared at him. I'm like, tell us what's going on.
You're being replaced.
If it wasn't for everybody else, I would have no idea who this person is. They would show up to the branch and walk behind the counter. I'd be like, excuse me, do you work here? And she'll be like, yes.
Actually, yes.
And I'll be like, when was I going to get told? It's just like the time our cousin got divorced and I didn't find out till like a month later. Months later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's the same situation. This time I don't have a shrink to calm me down.
Yeah, oh yeah, that reminds me. Why weren't you at the funeral?
What funeral?
Wait, you didn't hear?
Who died? No, that seriously happened.
How many more things do you keep missing?
I don't know.
Like, I don't think you showed up to the New Year's party.
What New Year's party?
Exactly. You weren't there.
See, this is the I don't know what I see, but the thing with the cousin thing, that was because she told my dad, and she thought he was gonna tell me, and my dad thought she was gonna tell me, so nobody told me.
Perfect.
It's like you could write this crap in a movie, and people are like, well, I don't believe that. Suspension of disbelief. I can, you see the miscommunications in movie, like, I can't believe that. I hate it, but I can believe it because it happens to me.
Yeah.
In the movies, it's a bit more dramatic than this, but like,
yeah, usually it's like a funeral.
Probably, but in this case, it's like, what? Why?
Wait, Dad died? When was this?
My dad's dead? He's been gone for like a year. Like,
He's
what?
been gone for like 3 years.
Oh, I would know. Because I owe him money for insurance. So I would know.
No, you'd just be sending him money in the mail and
Oh, I'm not
No one would be
sending
collecting.
$1,000 in the mail. Are you insane?
or like you leave it on the counter for him to pick up and Will's like, ooh, money. Don't mind if I do.
That's more realistic. That's actually what would happen. I leave the money on the counter. It says insurance from Doc. And
And Will's just like, Ooh, money. Don't mind if I do. Lunch money.
That's yeah. You could buy lunch money for his like college career with that as well. Anyways,
Thanks, fam.
Suppose it's
Send you a thank you card.
I suppose it's time to move on to the next segment since you're sick.